Dear chosen one, before there was light, before time began its endless march, before your plans and dreams even took shape, there was God. You didn't stumble upon this message by accident. Deep within your spirit, a quiet voice calls you back, urging you to pause, to realign, to remember the one who holds everything together. Around you, the world shouts, hustle harder, plan bigger, manifest faster. Yet the voice from heaven says something else entirely. Start with me. Because when God is first, the foundation beneath all else, everything else falls into place. Your path sharpens, peace settles in your heart, doors open that no one can close. Right now, in this very moment, you're invited to realign with divine order, to place God, not your goals, your worries, or even your prayers, at the very center of your life. This isn't mere motivation, it is a spiritual awakening. Far too often, we run ahead of God. We chase success, relationships, security, and approval with all our might. We build castles on shifting sand, ambitions with no anchor. We wake each day overwhelmed, trying to fix life with our own strength. Eventually, we feel drained, lost, disconnected. But what if the answer is far simpler than you've been told? What if unlocking your purpose, your peace, your favor, comes down to one choice, putting God first? Not just in words, but in your daily walk. Not only when you need a miracle, but as your first act each morning. Not merely on Sundays, but every decision, every goal, every step. When God is the center, life changes, direction becomes clear, anxiety fades, favor flows. This isn't new, it's eternal truth. From the very beginning, before stars filled the sky, before the earth was shaped, before your story began, God was first. And when you decide to start with Him again, you step into the flow of His perfect plan. This message is not for your mind alone. It is a call to realign your soul. God is not a backup plan or a last resort. He is the master architect, the divine blueprint for your life. Every step you take, every choice you make, when rooted in Him, aligns you with a purpose far greater than anything you could design on your own. Think about your relationships, your career, your healing journey. When you begin with God, you invite a wisdom that sees beyond what your eyes can perceive. He guards your heart, shields your path, and opens doors that no one else can unlock. Starting with God means you are not wandering aimlessly or guessing your next move. You are following a path illuminated by divine light, a path that leads to peace, favor, and breakthroughs. God's guidance is perfect timing. It protects you from detours that would drain your energy or break your spirit. When you trust Him first, you align yourself with the plans He has carefully crafted just for you. Even when the road looks uncertain, the foundation is steady because it is built on God's faithfulness. And when challenges come, you face them with strength that comes from knowing you are not alone. This is why putting God first is not an option. It's the key to unlocking your destiny. Many of God's chosen ones feel frustration and exhaustion because they begin with their own plans instead of prayer. They chase ambitions without seeking divine direction, and the result is often cycles of setbacks and weariness. Without God as the foundation, even the best opportunities can become heavy burdens. You might find yourself trapped in emotional burnout, feeling lost or stuck despite your efforts. When God isn't first, confusion clouds your path, and peace becomes elusive. This isn't because God is absent. He is always present, waiting to be invited back into the center of your life. It's simply that we sometimes forget the power of beginning with Him. When you skip this crucial step, you risk missing your true assignment. You may settle for less than what God intended, or waste energy fighting battles that aren't yours to fight. But God is calling you back to peace, back to purpose, back to the sacred place where everything began. This return is not a sign of failure, but a new beginning, a fresh opportunity to reset your heart and realign your steps. Choosing to put God first again opens doors to healing, clarity, and divine favor. It breaks the cycle of frustration and invites rest for your spirit. Remember, even in the midst of setbacks, God's plan remains intact. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. Now that you understand why putting God first matters and what happens when you don't, It's time to talk about practical steps to realign every day. Starting with God isn't complicated. It doesn't require hours of perfect devotion or special rituals. It begins with small intentional moments that create a spiritual foundation. First, before you reach for your phone or dive into the day's distractions, pause, speak to God. Even a simple, honest moment of acknowledgement is more powerful than hours of anxiety or rushing. Second, surrender your day to Him. This means inviting God's will to lead, not just your own plans. Ask for guidance, protection, and clarity in everything you do. Third, actively invite the Holy Spirit into your decisions. Allow God to reshape your thoughts and edit your plans. Sometimes He may lead you to unexpected places, but always toward what's best. This is not about religion or obligation. It's about relationship, a living, breathing connection with the one who knows you best. When you root your day in God, you draw strength beyond your own. You find peace that calms storms inside. You walk with confidence, knowing you are guided by a power greater than any challenge. Begin each morning with these steps. Watch how your perspective shifts, how doors begin to open, and how your soul finds rest. Your daily choice to start with God is the key to unlocking purpose, peace, and progress. Dear Chosen One, no matter where you are on your journey, hear this clearly. You are not behind, you are not late, you are not forgotten. Sometimes life's pressures and setbacks make you feel like you missed the mark, like God's timing isn't working in your favor. But that's far from the truth. You are exactly where you need to be right now. Your spiritual awakening, your breakthrough, your divine purpose, it all begins with one decision to start with God. The moment you choose to put Him first, everything changes. The confusion fades, the anxiety eases, doors that seemed closed begin to open. You are called to rise, to walk in faith, with courage and clarity. Remember, the God who created the heavens and the earth is working behind the scenes on your behalf. He is orchestrating your steps, even when you can't see it. You are a part of His greater plan, a plan that no one else can fulfill but you. So, stand firm, keep your heart open, and trust that when you start with God, He will lead you into your destiny. Your future is bright, your purpose is clear, and your strength is renewed. Keep walking in faith, dear one, and watch what happens next. If this message has touched your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs to hear that it's never too late to realign and start with God. Hit the like button if you're ready to put God first in your life. Leave a comment below. Tell us how you plan to begin each day with God, or share your own story of transformation. And if you want to join a community of chosen ones walking boldly in faith and purpose, subscribe to the Spirit Channel. We are here to equip, encourage, and empower you to rise in faith, live with intention, and fulfill your divine calling. Remember, start with God, stay with God, end with God.